Okay, people, I am Red Venom here, also known as Dark Moon 777, and today I'm going to be addressing some interesting points about telekinesis and the supernatural. But basically, I'm going to start focusing on the telekinesis from my point of view and from the way it seems and how it makes sense to me and how it's able to be performed, whether people believe in it or not. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, first of all, I want to address what I do is something a little bit different from most people. I work with fire, so I work with pyrokinesis. But my gifts are a little bit different than what most people are. I understand the mechanics of fire, and I understand how it works, both in the magical world as well as in the physical world, as well as in the metaphysical world. I understand how to use this energy, and I also understand that how my relationship with this fire, I am able to perform what I'm able to perform. Okay, that's first off. I want to address also to the side wheel. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but working with the side wheel is real, and a lot of people are able to do what they're able to do, not only because of the fact that a lot of people practice it, but see, people practice what they practice as a means of releasing elemental energy. Okay, and the element that the side wheel works under is air. And what powers air is water and fire. The steam that's created from the fire itself that heats up the water that gives off the steam is the air current that air is created from. So basically what I'm saying, back in, let's see, in some ancient times, I'm going to bring up Druidism because they believe in the three eternal dragons, the earth, fire, and water dragon. Some cultures don't believe in air element, they believe it to be a false or some kind of philosopher's stone because it's a mixture of the three or the mixture of the two, water and fire, which also gives off that same air because air is steam and air is also sometimes invisible too as well. But getting to the point is in understanding the side world and understanding telekinesis. How telekinesis works is that a lot of people have different gifts in different areas. For some people, they may have gift in telekinesis where they're able to use their telekinetic powers through water, which means that they're a water kinetic person, that they can control water or they can manipulate water to do things for them. You know what I mean? But in order to understand that a little bit more, you have to understand how water works. Now that's the key, that understanding water telekinesis, you have to understand how water works, and you have to understand how telekinesis works as well. Now, that's going to be in a different video, where I'm going to give a different understanding of each element and how it works in telekinesis. Moving on, the second element is airkinesis, which is most people use when they use the side wheel. They're using air to move things telekinetically, which makes them a strong elemental air person, makes them strong in that area. So also understanding how air works and understanding telekinesis will give you more understanding on how to control your powers in that area. That's another key point. Moving on to the next element. The next element is fire kinesis, or pyrokinesis, what most people call it. This is being able to use your will over fire, not to just manipulate it, but to get it to dance, move, or do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Which I am a pyrokinetic person. If you like, you can check my other videos out and see that for yourself. All my videos are all real, and everything that I do is pretty much done off of the heat of the moment, so you get to feel my anxiety, you get to feel everything all at once. And part of my attitude on the videos, because the attitude that I'm bringing is in my natural element. It's fire. Fire is aggression. I understand fire, so therefore I come in a fiery kind of way. Not to mention I am fiery. Not to mention I understand telekinesis too, because I am naturally in tune with this kind of knowledge and this ability. Not to mention, I practice magic on a day-to-day basis, as well as maintain my balance throughout life, my daily chores, and everything else. As you can honestly see, I'm a well-balanced person and how I'm communicating to you now. So a lot of people were looking for answers for a lot of things, and I believe I can give you the answers on a logical and sympathetic kind of way, where it's simple and you can understand it and you can digest it, where it's not too complex. Okay, moving on to the next one. For those people who practice pyrokinesis, you can, email me or whatever at angelicwitch777@yahoo.com, and we can commune. But I prefer everybody who has telekinesis or any kind of magical powers or anything that's talented in that area to contact me at that same location, because I would love to talk to you and I would love to help you master your gifts and help you become more aware and understand on how to control it and help others who are out there. This is the future right here. A lot of people are afraid of this change, but this is the change nature is talking about. This is the change that the universe is talking about, whether people like it or not. God made everything, so if God made everything, then He made us too. So therefore, there is no disharmony in teaching one about how to control their powers. God made us for a reason. We're not an anomaly. We're not freaks of nature. We are nature, because nature is both dark and light. You cannot live without having both dark and light. So people who are biased and wants to stay focused on one thing, I'm addressing this to you, because this is why life on this planet is so misbalanced in the first place. It's because there is no harmony between dark forces and light forces. Both things could be used for good, just like both things could be used for evil as well. There's a two-side flipped coin to that, and I just want you to know that. Only being of tough love, not bashing your head in to show you that I'm better. No, it's to help and educate. I'm a healer by nature, and hopefully this breaks that nudge and that spiritual rut that you're in, so that you may become enlightened and evolve to the next stage that you're supposed to, and die a happy person, not a miserable person. Moving on. The other one, earth kinesis. Well, using earth energy to pretty much, let's say, create growth in things. Earth is more of a dense kind of energy. It's not too off the wall like the other ones. I have not dealt into earth kinesis yet, but if you check out my other videos, you will see some other things that earth kinesis kind of telekinesis go into a different realm. It's more in dealing with the body versus dealing with the other things. It's more about mind control. It's more about other things. It's a little bit way more complex than the other ones. I can explain the other ones because they're more ethereal versus dense and more in the now, and that I'm just not willing to talk about in this one, because Earth is a little bit more complex and Earth is a little bit more dangerous than most, and that kind of knowledge can be very dangerous. So, moving on, understanding telekinesis. Okay. First of all, there are different forces within the body itself. I mean, a lot of people from the East are very aware of this, such as chakras. I'm not for sure if people are familiar with them, but chakras, there are multiple levels of chakra within the human body, which is personal energy, or some of us would call it energy wheels, or some of us would call it, chi, or whatever, whichever cultural way you use that vibrates best with you, that's okay with me. I'm pretty sure I understand it, and I'm familiar with it. But I want to talk about the Kundalini energy, because this is the energy that is driving. This is the personal energy that's causing the telekinesis to create itself a physical vehicle here on this planet and in this atmosphere. Because, see, we're all surrounded by energy within itself. We are energetic beings by nature, not to mention we are sensual beings by nature. Understanding this gives you an understanding that the miraculous happens whether people want to believe it or not. We are people who are so farly removed from the divine that the divine seems like an anomaly, like it doesn't exist. But think about it. I'll give you one quote to help you meditate on this night. How is it that the earth maintains in the atmosphere that it does, and the harmony that creates the life outside of this planet maintain itself without our help? That's a challenge I give to those who are daring to step into the realms of the unknown and really unlock their true potential as a human for enlightenment and self-awareness and self-mastery. With this video being pretty much, how can you say, finished for now, I am going to just discontinue this, and I will recontinue next time. Please stay tuned, and I will be back shortly.